Hello. Today I will be recreating a dish that Max Miller created on his channel. This is for my final project for my Western Civilization class. And this is what the Vikings may have eaten on the day that the Viking Age began. On June 8, 793, a small Anglo-Saxon village was raided by the Vikings. This was the first big raid, I suppose. It happened on a monastery there. They attacked the monastery of St. Colberth. This monastery was very rich with gold and treasures. After that, the raids to follow were numerous and disastrous for the people affected. Vikings hailed from Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. They were excellent seafarers. Some traveled for treasures, others traveled to be farmers, to settle down, to grow some roots. Others were traders or craftsmen. I happen to think that Vikings are very cool. Vikings had an oral culture, meaning that they passed their history down via word of mouth. They didn't write down their laws. They didn't write down any of their history. They did use runes carved into wood. However, this was used for much shorter messages. The accounts that we do have are from people outside of their culture, such as the Anglo-Saxons. During the Viking era, a number of animals were kept. According to the National Museum of Denmark, a typical Viking household in an agricultural area possessed cattle, horses, pigs, sheep, and goats. In addition, there were hens, geese, and ducks. Fish were also caught in the sea, and seals were sometimes hunted. During the recipe that I'm creating, I will be using pork. That's what he used, so that's kind of what I'm going to use too. And then I'll also be baking it because, much like Max Miller, I will not be boiling pork tenderloin. That was weird. I don't like it. Vikings used lots of equipment to cook their food, such as soapstone pots for boiling, cooking irons for things like eggs, and then wooden spoons and drinking horns. Pretty cool. Wood has been very important to them. It was an integral part of their life. They used it to make ships, craft weapons, and also to create cutlery, as well as, runes. Most wooden Norse items had intricate and beautiful engravings, as they believed in the Tree of Life, Yggdrasil. This is something, the Tree of Life is something that connects several realms, such as Midgard, that's our realm, the realm of the humans. Asgard is the gods' realm, and Niflheim, and that is the realm of the dead. In terms of agriculture, Vikings reaped hay, barley, rye, and oats. They also grew beans and onions. They also foraged for berries and grew flax for linen. The cultivation practice that was used most for people was continuous cropping. This involves the same fields being used back to back. What was needed for this type of cultivation was lots and lots and lots and lots of fertilization with manure. And this was in order to keep the grounds fertile enough that they could continue to grow. Also, on a different note, I just learned that they kept dogs as pets, which I thought was really, really cute. I don't really want to talk about what they did to cats. More dogs have been found in their burial sites than any other culture. These are a couple examples of some dog breeds that they loved. Okay, now that I've gotten completely sidetracked, let's make this meal that is based on the day that the Vikings raided Lindisfarne. Recipe calls for 1 pound pork meat, salt, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, 1.5 cups of spring onion or leek. I'll be using leek. 2 teaspoons of brown mustard seeds. I couldn't find that. These looked kind of brown, so I just used what I got from the store. I think they're just yellow mustard seeds, to be honest. 1 teaspoon of chopped mint, 1 pound fresh berries, half a cup of water, and a half a cup of mead. I could not find any mead. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So I decided to use some mulled apple cider that I just had. It's also alcoholic. It's very tasty. And so I make some honey with it because mead is kind of honey wine, kind of, sort of. There are some heated debates in the mead subreddit that I asked them questions about mead on what the definition of mead is.
Anyways.
This is the oil. Gonna go and pour it in the pot. Season your meat. Add that to the heated pot. Have a little bit of that not mead, but don't worry, I'm well over 21. Don't worry about it. Remove that after you have browned it. And then these are the leeks. Throw them in. Cook them up. 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, after that, this is the quote-unquote mead. This is the water. Throw them on in. Throw them in. Both of them. This is that mustard seed ground up with the mortar and pestle and the mint. And you're going to go ahead and toss them bad boys in there. Let them cook. Let it cook. Put your meat back in. Cover your little pot. And then you're gonna put that in the oven at 325 for like 15-20 minutes-ish. You're gonna do some chores while you wait. Why not? Why not? Clean it up, girl. Pet the cat.
Sweet little baby.
Okay, yay! Done. Pull it out of the oven. Oh, put down the meat. Let it rest.
Oh, there's the berries. You eat one.
You gotta eat one, and then you gotta toss them in. Stir them up. Let them cook down. I had to get a little masher and kind of stab them. And then you drain it through a strainer. After that, plate it up. You're going to plate it up with the mint and the berries. However, I did happen to forget the mint, which is lovely, beautiful, amazing. There it is. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Hang on. Let's try it. In all seriousness, despite what I look like right now, this is a very fun project for me to work on. It really got me to flex my creative muscles and made me feel really smart at the same time, and that's a win-win. So I'm very thankful. I enjoyed getting the chance to learn more about the Vikings than I initially knew, and yeah, it was fun. I had fun. Good class. I feel the compulsive need right now, to go build a wooden boat, change my name to
Helga Bjorn,
and sail into the sunset. So I'm gonna go do that. Bye. Bye. See ya.